Greetings, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. We bear witness that there is one God, the all-powerful, all-knowing God. And we also bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed his messenger, who has brought us the knowledge from Master Fard Muhammad. Message to the black man. We need God, brothers. We need him in every area of our lives. And I want to take our time to read from this beautiful book, this glorious book of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's message to the black man in America. Not the white man, but the black man. I think it's fitting that we should read this about separations and independence. Brothers and sisters, if you're Muslims and Christians who have this book, you'll find it on page 203, and this is the economic plan of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And it speaks of the doom of the white man. And we're going to go through that. We're going to read it. But I certainly want to read to you the economic plan about separation and independence. So we need to understand what it is. And brothers and sisters, we need the word today. Black people need the word today. There's no more misunderstood people in this world than the black man. The black man is the most oppressed, the most depressed, and he needs God. He needs the word. He needs teaching. So God has blessed you and I. Our God has blessed you and I. If the civilized man fails, brothers and sisters, to perform his duty, what must be done? And this is what we must teach, because we have to understand what the civilized man is. So there's a few things that I just want to read to you so that you have some understanding and I can give you some understanding. But we must understand that this world that we're in now will cease to exist, will be here no more. And in light of that, we must be ready, we must be willing, and we must be able. Ready, willing, and able to survive the onslaught of what's happening right here and now. So I'd like to read to you, first of all, the devil's mischief making and the making of devil, and also read to you about the serpent. Okay, so let's go to page 103 in Message to the Black Man. We'll start there. Then after that, we'll go to 102. But I want to read this little bit, this small tidbit on the civilized man. And if this civilized man failed to perform his duty, what must be done? And we're on page 44 of Message to the Black Man. The duty of the civilized man is to teach the civilization to the uncivilized, the arts and sciences of civilized people and countries of advanced civilization. A divine messenger of God, Allah, raised among his people with a divine message, is held responsible for its delivery. His message teaches spiritual civilization, which is important to the success of a nation and society. According to history, the people who refuse to accept divine guidance or his message sent by his messenger are classified as uncivilized or savages. A well-educated, cultural, and courteous people make a beautiful society when it is spiritual. Good manners come from the civilized man who does not fail to perform his duty. There are several civilizations. We have a wicked one and a righteous one. It is a righteous civilization that is in the working now. We all have been well trained into the wicked civilization. Now we must be trained into the righteous civilization of the righteous one. We must have a righteous, trained, civilized man who will not fail to perform his duty to us in guiding and teaching us. And we have to understand what that guiding and teaching is, brothers and sisters. Very important. Someone who will guide and teach us. My people in America are under the searchlight of the righteous who are offering to them the right guidance to a supreme civilization of righteousness never witnessed before on earth. The white race has failed to perform its duty of civilizing American so-called Negroes. Of course, they have been their slaves for many centuries, and the slave masters have rights over them as long as they are slaves. However, and this is very important, brothers and sisters, however, if the slave masters free their slaves, not in word, but in deed, the slave masters should provide the one slaves with the right civilization and with everything necessary for them to start an independent life as slave masters have. Certainly, the so-called Negro are being schooled, but is this education the equal of that of their slave masters? No. The so-called Negroes are still begging for equal education after blinding them to the knowledge of self and their own kind for 400 years. The slave masters refused to civilize the Negroes in the knowledge of themselves, of which they were robbed. The slave master also persecute and hinder anyone who tries to perform the most rightful duty. Brothers and sisters, as you can see, we're in trouble, and the nation that we're under has no ability to educate us. No ability. So we have to, and it's important for us to know that no nation can rise any higher than its woman. Our black woman is the military manufacturing plant of brothers and sisters that will be born, soldiers that will be born, God soldiers, to do the will of God. Brothers and sisters, I get so happy when I hear that, because we have a word about the black woman. We have to build that black woman up, right? So that she can hold up her man. And in order for her to be built up, you're going to need a black father and a black mother in that home to set structure. And this black mother and black father must love each other enough to build the structure, right? To build that structure, and we have to build that structure because what we're witnessing now is the doom of the white race. We're witnessing the doom right now. And the gospel according to Isaiah, the Old Testament, tells us about the doom. And I'm going to read that. But right now, I like to read to you these things according to the black woman. We have to understand the black woman is not an enemy of the black man, and the black man is not an enemy of the black woman. But together, we will rule this place that God has set for us. We will rule the places that the white man is taking from us by imputing his slavery, imputing his hurt, his oppression, and his neglect. God is calling us today, brothers and sisters, to stand in the liberty that we have been made free and that we are more than conquerors because the power of God is in our DNA. And I'm so happy about it, brothers and sisters. I don't know about you, but I get so happy when I witness and read this teaching that was given by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I believe that this is the best teaching for the black man and black woman in America, because these teachings give us pride. It gives us dignity. It gives us spiritual guidance, and it gives us a social balance to deal with the problems that affect us in the world in which we live. So, brothers, we're reading about the black woman, and black sisters, we're reading about the black woman. This is about you, and we honor you so. So we're building up the black woman and the black men. We're building it up. So thank you, brothers and sisters. The black woman, the woman is man's field to produce his nation. If he does not keep the enemy out of the field, he won't produce a good nation. If we love our vegetable crops, we'll go out and turn up the leaves on the vegetable stalk and look carefully for the worms that are eating and destroying the vegetables. We will kill that worm, right? Again, we will go out in the cotton field and look for the enemy of our cotton and try to kill that enemy. We study poisons and chemicals of the earth, And we pour these chemicals on the enemy of our crops to keep the enemy from destroying them. We love a crop that we can produce every year, every season, so well that we will kill every enemy that we find seeking to destroy it. We will even kill one another if we find one another or find the other out. They're trying to steal that crop. Is not your woman more valuable than the crop of corn, that crop of cotton, that crop of cabbage, potatoes, beans, tomatoes? How much more valuable is your woman than these crops? That you should keep the enemy from destroying the crop. Yet you are not careful about your women. You don't love them. Why? It's because you have allowed visitors to run in and out of your house. Thus, they have destroyed your love for your woman, and your woman has not the love for you that she should. That is a good sign. Until we learn to love and protect our women, we will never be fit and recognize people on the earth. The white people here among you will never recognize you until you protect your woman. The brown man will never recognize you until you protect your woman. The yellow man will never recognize you until you protect your woman. The white man will never recognize you until you protect your woman. You and I, they go to Harvard. We may go to York of England, or go to Al-Azhar in Cairo and get degrees from all over these great seats of learning. But we will never be recognized until we recognize our women. On visiting with a couple of my sons in what they call Near East, 1959. This is the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad talking. I began in Turkey. We traveled from Turkey down to Africa to Ethiopia and the Sudan. We visited Arabia, Mecca, and Medina. We visited Pakistan. We returned home from Lahore, Pakistan. And on about the 6th of January, 1960, we didn't even find on that entire tour such a thing that was not recognizing the black woman. Everywhere we went, the black man recognized his woman. He had great respect for her. We dined in many of the top, as you say in slang, homes. We dined with some of the most influential people of these countries, government people. In some of their homes, we did not see any of their women, only men. The waiter was a boy, or rather, the waiter was a man or boy, not any woman. My beloved brothers in America, you have lost respect for your woman, and therefore, you have lost respect for yourself. You won't protect her, therefore, you can't protect yourself. She is your first nurse. She's your teacher. Your first lesson comes from your mother. And if you don't protect your mother, how do you think you look in the eyes of other fellow human beings? That's a blessing, brothers and sisters, because we have to protect our women. We have to protect our women. I want to read this further to you. Protect and elevate your woman. Allah himself said that we cannot return to our land until we have a thorough knowledge of our own selves. This first step is the control and protection of our own women. There is no nation on earth that has less respect for or as little control of their women or woman as we so-called Negroes in America. Even animals and beasts, fowls of the air, have more love and respect for their females than have the so-called Negroes of America. So he's cautioning us, brothers, to respect our women. Our women are allowed to walk or ride the streets all night long with any strange men that they desire. They are allowed to frequent any tavern or dance hall that they like, whenever they like, and they are allowed to fill our home with children other than ours. Children that are often fathered by the very devil himself. And then, when the devil man decides to marry her, so-called Negroes press and magazines will make it on front page news. Brothers and sisters, that's the truth. That's so true. If we don't build up our women, brothers and sisters, we don't build up our women, we're helping the opposition. we're helping this doomed society. We're helping them, right? And if we don't save ourselves, then we will be doomed in this society. We will be doomed. So we have to help our brothers and sisters. We have to help our brothers and sisters. We have to help our black woman, more importantly, to learn the deals and values of being a woman and why it's important. That's why the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has MGT, right? Muslim girls training and Muslim government training for our young women, and to teach them how to be women, how to cook, clean, how to manage a house, how to balance a budget, how to make a job, right, brothers and sisters? And when the black man and black woman has made their own job and they're working together, right? Then she has his protection and he has her participation, and together they can produce. Is that right or wrong? A self-made business with family there, and a family that prays together, a family that works together, a family that studies together will stay together. Is that right or wrong? So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves, and it's not hard. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has the answer for you, brothers and sisters. He has the answer for you. He has the answer. But all you have to do is submit to the teachings and readings and understanding of God, right? And while we fix ourselves, we'll get off this sinking ship, because you and I shouldn't be on this sinking ship. There's not one stone left on another that we see today that will not be thrown down, brothers and sisters, because God is making his arrival. God is ready to deliver us, and God is ready to judge the quick and the dead, and ready to leave captivity captive. And brothers and sisters, you must know that we are captive. We are captives of our oppressor, and we are producers of his sin. Brothers and sisters, you have to learn the history of this nation, and upon accepting that, you have learned from the reading the history that a nation's permanent success depends on his obedience to his Lord and Master. Is that right or wrong? The white man's Lord and Master is the dollar. The white man's Lord and Master is the stock exchange. The white man's Lord and Master is the FDIC. Is that right or wrong? Is that right or wrong? And God tells us that Mammon, the God of Mammon, is the Lord of this world. In other words, the God of money. But we have to understand it, as we are religious people who comes from a royal priesthood, as we are the children of God, the very DNA of God that comes from a royal priesthood. We have to understand that there's also the making of the devil. There's the making of the devil. And this is why this devil must be doomed. We're going to read about this, because we're going to go over to the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, starting at the 10th verse, to get some understanding of what God has to say about the entire matter. So, brothers and sisters, I'm glad today. So thankful and so hyped to be here. I just don't know what to do. So thankful, so hyped to be here. I just don't know what to do. So, brother and sister, the making of the devil. You have learned from reading of history, that a nation's permanent success depends on its obedience to Allah. We have seen the white race, devils in heaven, among the righteous, causing trouble, making mischief, and causing bloodshed. Is that right or wrong? Is that what we're talking about, brothers and sisters? Charlie Kirk was just killed. Is that right or wrong? By one of his own. Causing trouble, making mischief, and causing bloodshed until they were discovered. They made trouble for 6 months right in heaven, deceiving the ancient original people who are holy. But when they learned just who was causing the trouble, they, as you have learned, cast the troublemakers out into the worst and poorest part of our planet Earth. They were punished for being deprived of divine guidance, for 2,000 years, which brought them almost into the family of wild beasts, going upon all fours, eating raw and unseasoned, uncooked food, living in caves and treetops, climbing and jumping from one tree to the other. Even today, they like climbing and jumping. The monkey are from them, and before their time, there were no such thing as monkeys, apes, and swine. And this is from the Holy Quran, the chapter 18, surah, entitled The Cave. I just want you to understand and have the information so you'll be able to go to it. The Holy Quran mentions them as beings turned into apes and swine as a divine curse because of their disbelief in Moses. We do know that both of these animals are loved and befriended by the white race, along with the dog. But all of the divine curses sent upon the white race in these days are not enough to serve as a warning to that race. My goodness, brothers and sisters. They rose up from the caves and hillsides of Europe, went back to Asia, and have ruled 9/10 of the great continent. Muhammad set the devils back for 1,000 years. They were released on the coming of Columbus and his finding of the Western Hemisphere. They have been here now for over 400 years. Their worst and most unpardonable sins were the bringing of the Negroes here to do their labor. The so-called Negro have not only given free labor, but have given their lives on the soil of their masters and all over the earth, wherever his hateful and murdering slave master want them to go. Now, the slaves want better treatment. They are fast learning today that these are the children of those who made merchandise out of their father. The devil is the devil regardless of place and time. Brothers and sisters, I'm sure you would agree with the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that a man is known by his deeds. That is, if his deeds are evil, then brothers and sisters, he indeed is evil. The white man has kept us in slavery and oppression, and God said enough is enough. God has come to deliver the black man and to save us from the impending doom of the white man, who is otherwise known as the devil of this planet. Let's talk about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk spoke evils against black people, planted a more vicious and severe antics of racism that would have caused the white race, who was giving him plenty of camera time, to rise upon black people and for black people to rise, and it would have put us in a police state worse than had ever been seen in history. Brothers and sisters, we have to get wise and we've got to get intelligent. It's time for us to get wise and intelligent. And that's why I ask you, don't you see what's going on today, brothers and sisters? Can you not see the writing on the wall? Can you not see the scriptures being unfolded in front of you as God is telling you today? God has come down to answer from all the years of the crying, all the years of the praying, all the years of the pleading with God, saying, Lord, how long, holy and true? And he said, not long, not long. Soon I will answer your cry, answer your prayers, and pity your every groan. And God is answering. And brothers and sisters, the white man just don't know what to do. He's confused. He's perplexed. He's confused and perplexed because his arms is too short, my God, to box with God. But I'm so happy that God sent us a messenger that would tell us of these things, that we would know the truth, and to deliver us from the bondage of this white beast that have kept us in bondage for over 400 years. I thank God for sending us the most honorable Elijah Muhammad to teach us the truth and to tell us you don't have to take mistreatment. You don't have to take anybody abusing you. You don't have to take being called out of your name. You don't have to take unemployment. You don't have to take maltreatment and exploitation, because if my people, brothers and sisters, every time you hear me, I'm going to declare this. If my people who were called by my name will honor themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, and then and only then will I hear from heaven and heal their land. God is waiting to heal you, brothers and sisters, and he's waiting to bless you. God is waiting to heal you, and he's waiting to bless you. But you've got to separate from this enemy. You got to separate. You got to seek separation and independence in this day and time. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad says in page 203 of the book, Message to the Black Man, and in his economic plan, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in saying separation and independence, declares, with the right understanding and with business unity, we can turn the great flow of millions of dollars that leave black communities and go into the hands of white businessmen back into the pockets of the poor black man and women who would benefit most by it. How can we do this? First, we must stop being so foolish as to spend our few hard-earned dollars with the rich of this land. Those of us who are wealthy or rich should help set up independent business, which our people need, which could add wealth to our communities, with such cooperation of our own businessmen who could actually lower prices and provide employment for multitudes of unemployed. But to be successful, all praises be to Allah, we must have some of this earth to produce our people's needs. For example, in Chicago, Illinois, as well as in other communities throughout the country, the black man is robbed through giant cut-rate stores owned exclusively by white men who make it almost impossible for independent stores owned by black people to survive. We cannot compete in business unless we unite and get some of this earth so that we can produce our own people's need. It is the right time that we seek separation and independence for our nation from the evils of our open enemy and not the foolish things other organizations are doing. They want our people integrated into our open enemies to be destroyed as a people. Brothers and sisters, I hope you're hearing this. They seek that recognition which demands better qualifications, education, knowledge of self and others, manners, and self-respect, and the respect of others. My God, my God. Brothers and sisters, we can't have it. We just can't have freedom, equality, justice by bringing the enemy within our camp. It just won't happen. I'm not speaking racism to you, brothers and sisters. I wouldn't dare do that. I'm trying to appeal to your common sense. I'm trying to appeal to your common sense so you would know what God is trying to say to you. Oh, brothers and sisters, if you would just turn to God, if you would turn to Almighty Allah, then He can deliver you, whatever the situation is, brothers and sisters. I dare you to try Him. I dare you to listen to the words of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that was given to him by God. And see, won't He bless you? See, won't He pour out a blessing from the windows of heaven that you won't be able to store? That's the kind of God you deal with, brothers and sisters. That's the kind of God. Not the white man. Our problem is that many of us have made the white man our God. The white man is not your God, brothers and sisters. The white man can't do anything for you. I want to take you to the book of Isaiah because it's very important that we read this. Take you to the book of Isaiah. And we'll begin reading at the 14th verse. The very, very important and very, very powerful book, the book of Isaiah. Very important and very, very powerful. We'll begin reading at the 14th chapter. Brothers and sisters, and we'll begin at the 10th verse. As a matter of fact, let's start from the 9th verse. I think this is important to understand. Again, this is the doom of the white man. The prophecy of the white man's doom from the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. And we'll begin reading at the 9th verse. Hell from beneath is removed for thee to it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation. They shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bow. The worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. This is talking about Satan, the real prince of this world, and the organizer of Babylon, which is spoken of in Isaiah, the 13th chapter and the 1st verse. This was addressed through his tool, the beast. Brothers and sisters, I'm trying to appeal to you today. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. God has a response to that. God has a response to that. And here's the thing, brothers and sisters. Do you know who God is? Do you know who God is? Do you know that you are part of the DNA of God? Brothers and sisters, if you are black, that you have God's DNA. Did you know that you are connected to the spiritual DNA of God and the natural DNA of God and the biology of God? Brothers and sisters, did you know that you are arm, leg, arm, head, literally through every extremity built and made? Every cell in your body is made in the design and the structure of God, black man and black woman of this planet. And that if we are children of God, which Jesus said, ye are my brothers, and what I've done, ye shall do greater things. And that if we are the seed of God, don't you know that God has come to deliver us in this day and time? My God. Let us continue reading, brothers and sisters. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. This is the destruction and doom of the white man. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. Consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Satan is a man. Satan is a race. Satan is the oppressor. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake nations, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof? that open not the house of his prisoners. Who is the oppressor's prisoners, brothers and sisters? Excuse me, brothers and sisters. I know you understand. Who is the oppressor's prisoners? Are we not prisoners, brothers and sisters? In this Babylon? We're in Babylon now. America is Babylon. And we are the prisoners of Babylon. But God is bringing Babylon down. That's the importance of what we just seen. That was not a black man that killed Charlie Kirk, but a white man, one of his own. Devil killing devil. All the kings of the nation, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou that art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. My God, that thou shalt not be joined with them. This is the devil's punishment. This is the doom of the devil, that thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. My God, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their father, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord God of hosts. My God, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with, saith the Lord of hosts. My God. And God is telling you now that he is delivering you. My brothers and sisters, God is delivering you. He's delivering us. I'm so glad. So glad about it. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have proposed, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountain tread him underfoot, that then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Do you hear what God is saying? Charlie Kirk is just the beginning. God is saying, if I do not take the oppressor off your back, I, the Lord, say this. This is the word. God is saying, if I don't take the oppressor off your back, he will continue to destroy you and destroy this planet. So God is dealing with our oppressor. God will remove our oppressor. This is the work of God. Understand that, brothers and sisters. This is the work of God. Many of you have submitted to the white man and made him your God. That's why he can say anything to you and you won't do nothing about it. Get on your knees and pray to God and ask God what you must do in this hour. But God said, stand still and see my salvation. And if I be for you, great God, I'm more than the world against you. Brothers and sisters, the Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have proposed, so shall it stand, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon the mountain tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart off of them, and his burden depart off of their shoulders. Talking about us. God will free us. God will free us, and our enemy will be no more. He says, then shall his yoke depart from off of them. Whose yoke? The enemy's yoke. Black man and black woman, we are oppressed in this land of racism, oppression, and slavery, but God says that he will break the yoke of the enemy. And don't you know he's doing it? This is God's doing. Then shall his yoke depart off of them, and his burden depart off their shoulder. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth. This is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations. For the Lord of hosts hath proposed, who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, who shall turn it back? My God, my God, our arms are too short to box with God. An all powerful God. An all powerful God. And once God deliver us, Palestine is going to be delivered too, brothers and sisters. Palestine is going to be delivered too, but not long, because China and France is going to take over Palestine, but it's going to be because the Palestinians have not buckled down to praise, worship, pray, and plead with God and thank him for their deliverance. In the year that King Ahaz died was this burden: rejoice not thou, whole Palestine, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice. A cockatrice is part rooster and part snake, which are the two symbols for France and China. And his fruit shall be a fiery, flying serpent. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine, and he shall slay thy remnant. Howl, O gates, cry, O city, thou whole Palestina are dissolved, for there shall come from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed time. What shall one then answer? The messenger of the nations. The Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it. My God. All you have to do is trust in God. That's what this is about, black brothers and sisters. You can't redeem the white man. He must suffer his doom because God has set it in place. And no one can atone the white man. No one can atone the white man. God will deal with him. God will deal with the white man's offspring for the oppression that he's put on us. The same judgment that God gave to Charlie Kirk. You will see this judgment going to every order, lowest to the highest order in this nation. And the Lord God is doing it so that you will know that he's God, and that you will know also that we are his people. Brothers and sisters, I appreciate you. I thank you for listening. I thank you for increasing your faith. I thank you for receiving the word of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the word of God and the God that gave it to him, that you will be free from bondage, that you will stand in the liberty that you have been made free. If I didn't say it in the beginning, I say it now. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you. Peace, brothers and sisters. The peace that surpasses all understanding. We give you peace. We give you peace. And we tell you to love one another. Black man, black woman, black child, love one another. As God loved us, we also to love one another, brothers and sisters, and build one another up right now in the power of God, or as it is common for Christians to say, in the name of Jesus. Yahshua Li'isa. Brothers and sisters, you have a wonderful night. I love you. And if you hate me, don't die. Peace be unto you.